Well, 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 look who was named Western Conference Player of the Week. What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans, Kings fans, NBA fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. Question you guys, with the Spurs pretty much giving up nothing to take on Harrison Barnes, did they fleece the Sacramento Kings? I'll get to that in just a few moments, but first let's get into the article from Pounding the Rock talking about Harrison Barnes being named the NBA's Western Conference Player of the Week. He averaged 22.3 points and 8.7 rebounds while shooting over 60% from the field. And also he shot, I believe, 60% from three, so he was on fire. He was NBA Jam on fire last week. With the Spurs' 3 wins last week, he also committed no turnovers. The San Antonio Spurs have been a turnover machine this year at times. And for him to be playing clean basketball and scoring that efficiently, you're seeing why he got Player of the Week. Barnes, now in his 13th season as a pro, has set an NBA record, didn't know this, for his latest into a career. A player has won a Player of the Week award for the first time and is the first Spur to get that award since DeMar DeRozan. Irony, since he was the reason for that trade in 2020. The former lottery pick had a down year with the Kings in 2023, which prompted the Kings to attach an unprotected 2031 first round pick swap to entice the Spurs to absorb his contract this past offseason. So the trade, just a quick revisit. Spurs, Kings, and Bulls. The big part of the trade was getting DeMar DeRozan to the Kings. Spurs helped out by absorbing Harrison Barnes' contract, pretty much giving nothing up for him except for sending Raekwon Gray to Chicago. Plus, we got that pick swap in 2031. Who knows if that'll pay off, but you know what? We're kind of following the Oklahoma City Thunder model there. It's like, get those pick swaps in the future. If you're a championship team or a playoff team and the team you're swapping with isn't, those might pay huge dividends in the future. Or they could be nothing, but I'd rather at least have the opportunity than nothing. So Spurs stockpiling for the future. The 32-year-old forward has won a championship and an Olympic gold medal. He won that championship with the Golden State Warriors, and he's a consummate professional who waived his trade kicker to allow the Spurs to keep Julian Champagnie on the roster. He did not have to do that, but he did. Barnes is averaging 11.5 points and 4.7 rebounds while shooting about 44% from beyond the arc, and has started every game this year. And I will say right now, he has been better than advertised. Sure, he's had those games where he's disappeared a little bit, but he's also been the 4th or 5th option on the offense. Now that he's getting more involved, moving without the ball, getting open, he's going to have open shots with teams doubling up on Wemby. I like what I'm seeing from him so far. From the start of the video, where we're talking about, was this a fleece move? No. Not for the Kings, at least. They wanted DeMar DeRozan. They needed to get rid of Barnes to make it happen. It happened. Pick swap was a nice little bonus. So was it a fleece? No. But was this an absolute brilliant move? Yes. To get a player like this that you could put in your starting lineup immediately and pretty much give up nothing, that was a good move. And what did we get by taking on Harrison Barnes? And some may say, well, his salary's not worth it, etc. What do we get? We got an immediate starter, did we not? A good veteran starter at that, with championship experience, not only the NBA Finals, but a gold medal. A great character player, something I read about him before. But see that Julian Champagnie move. He could have, I believe with that trade, he could have got more money, and we could not have kept Julian Champagnie. He said, you know what, I'll waive it, and we kept the player. And I'm hearing only good things about him as a mentor. Not a lot of things, not hearing a lot, but just seeing how he's trying to be a guide, if you will, for our young guys. So class act move with the Champagnie thing, and then the pick swap was just a bonus. And I will say, if you keep, no, he's not going to keep averaging 22 points a game and having shooting splits of 60 and 60. That is likely not to happen, but he's going to have a lot of opportunities in San Antonio. He's going to continue to mentor our young guys. And he's under contract until next year. If the Spurs decide to move on from him at the All-Star break or after the season, or before the All-Star break next season, if they decide to move on him at all before his contract's up, because the Spurs are going to run into kind of the issue the Kings ran into, where it's like, we need maybe some cap or roster space, this, that, and the other. We have a lot of draft picks still coming up. There's going to be a time when they probably move on from him. Considering how well he's playing with the team and that starting lineup, we've talked about it before. For those that don't know, the starting lineup of Wemby, Barnes, Champagnie, Castle, and Paul has the best plus-minus rating, or at least they did. I don't know if the Warriors game affected it, but they did have the best plus-minus rating in all of the NBA. So he's obviously meshing with the team, and he's giving us leadership. I think he's going to, I'm going to change my stance. I originally said, they probably move on from him at the All-Star break. I think he's going to stay till the end of the season, and then next year, his last year under contract, the Spurs will try to move on from him before the All-Star break there. Or maybe after the season. Depends. Depends on what Brian Wright and Pop and company want to do. Who knows? But he's, for whatever he's doing, wherever, if he does get traded, he's increasing his trade value substantially. And I think he's going to continue to play well. Just keep on playing at least average defense. That's all we ask from you. Keep grabbing rebounds, keep scoring. He's going to get a lot of looks in that Spurs offense. And man, I'm happy for him to have this happen this late in your career. And the irony that the guy that was part of the trade, DeMar DeRozan, was the last Spur to do it. That was 4 years ago, Spurs fans, 2020. I'm shocked. I was like, does Jonte have a big week? Wemby didn't. Nobody? So that shows, just another little blip, if you will, that shows we're trending in the right direction, that we have players that are contributing so much now that the NBA is taking notice and awarding them. Drop a comment down below your thought on Barnes' play this year. Has he exceeded expectations, met expectations? Has he been below expectations? Your thought on this trade move now that it's in hindsight that we pretty much gave up nothing from Barnes. Great move? Let me know. Comments down below. Hit the thumbs up, support the channel. And we'll be live tonight for the Spurs and Jazz for the 100th time this year. I think it's at 8:30 or 9 o'clock Eastern. The Spurs have a chance to pull off their first 4-game winning streak in, 3 years? So the team is trending in the right direction. We got Wemby back. We got Castle playing much better than we thought we would as a rookie. Vassell's not back tonight for the record. Vassell will be back tomorrow. They won't want to play on a back-to-back, so he'll be back tomorrow against the Lakers, probably on a minutes restriction. But man, I love the direction of our team, and I think we only have one direction from here. Up. Subscribe to become part of our awesome Spurs community. Thank you, and as always, go Spurs go.